9 euros, 2.5 hours, 300 kilometers per hour. And you skip the airport completely. 620 kilometers of Spanish countryside, vineyards, olive groves, and the endless Castilian plateau. You can cross it in 2 hours 30 minutes on one of Europe's fastest trains. Squeeze through 2 airports and security for a 75-minute flight. Or settle into a bus for 7 hours and pay less than a Madrid coffee. Barcelona to Madrid. 3 modes of transport, wildly different experiences, 1 data-driven recommendation. Let's compare everything. Barcelona to Madrid is the busiest domestic corridor in Spain and one of the most competitive transport routes in all of Europe. Over 4 million passengers took the high-speed train on this route last year alone. Add flights and buses, and this corridor moves roughly 10 million people annually. The distance is 620 kilometers, about the same as Paris to Lyon and back, or New York to Washington, D.C. and back. What makes this route special is what happened in 2013. When the Avenue high-speed line opened at full speed, train travel jumped from 12% to over 60% market share in just 3 years. Airlines had to slash prices to compete. Bus companies responded with rock-bottom fares. The result? You now have 3 high-speed train operators, 5 airlines, and 20-plus daily buses fighting for your ticket. That competition means incredible deals if you know where to look. The Avenue is the undisputed king of this route, and Spain's answer to Japan's Shinkansen. It departs from Barcelona Sant Station, right in the heart of the city, and arrives at Madrid Puerta de Atacha, also dead center. No airport transfers, no taxi needed. Just walk off the train and you're there. Here's where it gets interesting. You now have 3 operators competing on the exact same track. Renfe Avenue is the original. It's the full-service option with Tourista class starting at 30 euros booked in advance and Preferent, first class, starting at 90 euros. Preferent gets you a 2+1 seat layout at seat meals, drinks, newspapers, and lounge access at both stations. Then there's Iryo, the private Italian-backed operator that launched in 2022 and shook up the market. Iryo has 4 classes. Initial starts at 18 euros. Singular, their business class, starts at 60 euros and includes a full bistro meal at your seat, free changes, and 95% refund on cancellation. Iryo trains are brand new Hitachi ETR 1000S, the same trains used in Italy, and they're arguably the most comfortable option on this route. And the budget king, OUIGO, operated by France's SNCF. OUIGO tickets start at just 9 euros. Yes, 9 euros for a 2.5 hour high-speed train. The catch? Smaller seats, no food service, 1 cabin bag plus 1 checked bag included, and extra luggage costs 5 euros per piece. But at that price, nobody's complaining. Quick tip, Renfe discontinued their budget Avlo service on this route in late 2025. If you see old articles mentioning Avlo Barcelona to Madrid, those are outdated. Your budget options are now OUIGO and Iryo Initial. The fastest service takes 2 hours 25 minutes. Most services run 2 hours 30 to 2 hours 45 minutes. About 30 trains run daily across all 3 operators, roughly 1 every 20 minutes during peak hours. Now the door-to-door math. You need to arrive 5 to 10 minutes before departure. That's it, no security theater. The train takes 2 hours 30 minutes. Walk off at Atacha and you're in central Madrid. Total, about 2 hours 45 minutes city center to city center. Unbeatable. On paper, flights look tempting. The air time is just 1 hour 15 minutes. And with headline fares from 22 euros on Vueling and Iberia, it seems like a no-brainer. But let's be honest about what those numbers actually mean. 5 airlines fly this route: Vueling, Iberia, Air Europa, Ryanair, and occasionally EasyJet. Between them, roughly 100 flights operate weekly from Barcelona El Prat to Madrid Barajas. Sounds impressive. But here's the door-to-door reality. Getting to Barcelona Airport from the city center, 35 minutes and 7 euros 45 cents on the Aerobus, or 25 minutes and 5 euros on the Metro. You need to arrive 90 minutes before departure for security and boarding. The flight itself is 1 hour 15 minutes. Deplaning and baggage claim, 20 to 30 minutes. Then getting from Barajas to central Madrid, 30 to 40 minutes and €5 on the airport express bus or metro. Total, 4 to 4.5 hours door-to-door, for a 620-kilometer domestic trip. And the hidden costs pile up fast. Vueling's €22 fare includes a small personal item only. Want a cabin bag? Add 12 to €35. Checked suitcase? 25 to €45 depending on when you add it. Seat selection? 4 to €14. Suddenly that €22 ticket is 60 to €80, and you've spent an hour and a half more than the train. Here's what the airlines don't tell you. Madrid Barajas Terminal 4 is enormous. If you land at a satellite gate in T4S, the walk to baggage claim alone takes 15 minutes. Factor that into your door-to-door math. Iberia and Air Europa include one checked bag in their standard fares, starting around 45 to €65. That's more honest pricing, but still slower door-to-door than a €9 OUIGO train. If your budget is the only thing that matters, the bus has a case. The ALSA dominates this route with over 20 daily departures from Barcelona Nord bus station. FlixBus offers additional services. Prices start at just €5 on early booking ALSA promotions and average 15 to €25 for a standard ticket. The journey takes 7 to 8 hours on direct services, with some routes taking up to 9 hours with intermediate stops. Buses depart as early as 1 a.m. The overnight service saves you a hotel night and run until late evening. ALSA's Super Plus class is the premium option at 25 to €40. You get extra legroom, power outlets, Wi-Fi, a personal entertainment screen, and a snack service. Their standard buses still offer Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a restroom. Pro tip: the 1 a.m. overnight bus from Barcelona arrives in Madrid at 8 a.m. You save a hotel night, which effectively makes the bus free if you were going to pay for accommodation anyway. Pack a neck pillow. Door-to-door? It's exactly what it says, 7 to 8 hours. Barcelona Nord is a 15-minute metro ride from Plaça Catalunya. Madrid's Estación Sur or Avenida de América are both central. No airport hassle, no transfers, just a very, very long sit. Let's put all three options side by side with honest numbers. Cheapest ticket price: bus wins at €5. OUIGO train is €9. Budget flights start at €22. But cheapest real cost, including bags and transfers, the train wins. A €9 OUIGO ticket is genuinely €9. No hidden fees, no airport transfer costs. That €22 flight becomes 60 to €80 when you add a bag and transfers. Fastest door-to-door, Avenue train wins by a mile. 2 hours 45 minutes versus 4 to 4.5 hours for the flight and 7 to 8 hours for the bus. Comfort, the train wins again. Iryo Singular and Renfe Preferent offer a business class experience for a fraction of business class flight prices. Even standard train seats have more legroom than any airline. Frequency, trains run every 20 minutes during peak hours. Flights are hourly. Buses are every 30 to 45 minutes. Carbon footprint, the train produces roughly 90% less CO2 per passenger than flying. If that matters to you, it's not even close. So here's the verdict, and it's the clearest recommendation I've ever given on this channel. If you're a budget traveler, take the OUIGO train. €9, 2.5 hours. It's cheaper than the bus and 5 hours faster. There is no rational argument for anything else. If you want comfort, Iryo Singular or Renfe Preferent. Business class seats, meals, and lounge access for 60 to €90. A comparable business class flight costs 150 to €200 and still takes longer. If you're on a rock-bottom budget and have time, the overnight bus at €5 saves you a hotel night. It only makes sense if you'd otherwise pay for a room. The only scenario where flying wins. If you're connecting to an international flight from Madrid or Barcelona, then the airport-to-airport transfer makes sense. For city-to-city travel, the train isn't just better, it's embarrassingly better. Spain broke the high-speed rail monopoly, 3 operators went to war on price, and travelers won. This is what happens when trains actually compete. Which would you pick for Barcelona to Madrid? The €9 OUIGO, the iryo business class experience, or the overnight bus adventure? Drop your choice in the comments. And if you want more data-driven transport breakdowns, subscribe. We compare routes.